She sent me a selfie with another guy captioned, upgraded. I didn't reply, just sent the screenshot to her parents and the venue we'd booked for our wedding. Her whole family is blowing up my phone, but I'm busy unbooking my future. Hey viewers, just a quick thanks. Over 14% of you are already subscribed, and it means the world. If you're new here and enjoy these stories, join the family by hitting that subscribe button. We're on the road to 10,000. Man, I can't believe I'm writing this, but I need to get it out somewhere. This whole mess started about a month ago, but really blew up 3 weeks ago. My fiancée Stephanie and I were supposed to get married in 3 months. We'd been together for 2 years, engaged for 6 months. Everything was planned, paid for, and ready to go. I thought we were solid. I'm 28, she's 26. I work in software development. She works as a social media manager for some fitness influencer. We met through mutual friends and clicked right away, or at least I thought we did. Looking back, there were signs, but I ignored them. Stephanie was always on her phone, always posting stories and selfies, always worried about her image and how things looked online. But I figured that was just her job, you know. The problem started about a month ago when she began working with this new client. Some fitness model named Derek who has like 200K followers on Instagram. Suddenly, Stephanie was working late all the time. Photo shoots, marketing campaigns, strategy sessions. Derek's really committed to growing his brand, she'd say. We're working on some big collaborations. That's great, babe. Just don't burn yourself out. Oh, I won't. This is actually really fun. Derek's so creative and motivated. Red flag, but I trusted her. A week later, she started going to Derek's gym with him. For work, she said, had to understand his brand and aesthetic firsthand. It's research, Dan. I need to know what his audience connects with. Since when does social media management require going to the gym? Since influencer marketing became about authentic experiences, I need to be able to speak his language. Another red flag that I stupidly ignored. 2 weeks before everything blew up, Stephanie started dressing differently. Tighter clothes, more revealing outfits. When I mentioned it, she said it was for work. Derek's audience expects a certain look from people associated with his brand. I need to fit the aesthetic. You're not in his content, though. Sometimes I am. Behind the scenes stuff. It's all about authenticity, Dan. The Friday before everything went down, Stephanie said she had to work late with Derek on some urgent campaign. Said she'd probably be out until midnight or later. Another late night? Sorry, babe. Derek's launching something big Monday and we need to get everything perfect. All right, text me when you're heading home. Will do. Love you. She didn't text me, didn't come home that night either. Saturday morning, I woke up to a message saying she'd stayed at her friend Kelly's place because they worked so late and she was too tired to drive home. Sorry, babe. Derek's campaign took forever. Crashed at Kelly's. See you later today. Something felt off, so I called Kelly. Dan, I haven't seen Stephanie in weeks. She definitely didn't stay here last night. So Stephanie had lied about where she was, spent the night somewhere else, and made up a story about it. Saturday afternoon, I was at my buddy Mike's place, watching the game, when I got a notification that Stephanie had posted an Instagram story and tagged me in it. I opened Instagram expecting some work-related post. Instead, I saw a selfie of her and Derek at some fancy restaurant. She was leaning into him, smiling huge. He had his arm around her, looking way too comfortable. The text on the story said upgraded, with a bunch of heart emojis. And she'd tagged me, so I'd definitely see it. I immediately took a screenshot and screen recorded the story since I knew it would disappear in 24 hours. Good thing, because I was going to need that evidence. Mike noticed something was wrong. Dude, you okay? You look like you've seen a ghost. I showed him the screenshot. Holy shit, Dan. Is this real? Apparently. What are you gonna do? I honestly don't know. My first instinct was to call her, demand an explanation, ask what the hell was going on. But then I realized something. She just told me everything I needed to know. She'd moved on, found someone better, upgraded, and she wanted me to know about it. So instead of calling her, I started making some strategic decisions. First, I called my buddy Tom, who's a lawyer. Tom, it's Dan. I need some quick advice about wedding contracts. What's going on? I explained the situation and sent him the screenshot. Dan, that's brutal. What do you want to know? If I cancel everything, what am I liable for? Depends on the contracts. Generally, you're on the hook for cancellation fees, but if you can prove cause like infidelity, some vendors might work with you. What counts as proof? That Instagram story is pretty damning evidence. Send that to vendors when you cancel. Might help with refunds. Next, I called Stephanie's dad, Robert. We'd always gotten along well, and he'd helped pay for part of the wedding. Hey Robert, it's Dan. I need to talk to you about something serious. Of course, Dan. What's up? Stephanie posted something on Instagram today that I think you should see. I'm gonna text it to you. I sent him the screenshot. Dan, what am I looking at? Who is this guy? Someone she works with. Based on the caption, I think our relationship is over. Dan, I don't understand. You're getting married in 3 months. Not anymore, Robert. Long pause. Dan, let me call Stephanie and figure out what's going on. Don't do anything rash. I'm not being rash, I'm being realistic. After talking to Robert, I called our wedding venue, Riverside Manor. We'd put down a $5,000 deposit and paid another $8,000 toward the final bill. Riverside Manor, this is Jennifer. Hi Jennifer, this is Dan Williams. I have a wedding booked for October 15th. Yes, Mr. Williams, how can I help you? I need to discuss cancellation options. Cancellation? Sir, your wedding is in 3 months, according to our contract. I understand the contract terms. There's been a situation with my fiancée. I'm sending you evidence that might affect the cancellation policy. I sent her the screenshot. Mr. Williams, I'll need to review this with management and call you back. I spent the rest of Saturday calling vendors. Photographer, caterer, florist, band. Same conversation every time. Explained the situation, sent the screenshot, asked about refund options. By evening, my phone was buzzing constantly. Stephanie's family was losing their minds. Text from her mom, Susan. Dan, what is this photo? What's happening? Text from her sister, Amy. OMG, Dan, is this real? Is Stephanie cheating? Multiple missed calls from Robert. I ignored all of them. I needed time to think and plan. Sunday morning, Stephanie finally called me. Dan, what the hell did you do? What do you mean? You sent that photo to my parents? Are you crazy? You tagged me in it. Figured your family should know you upgraded. Dan, it's not what it looks like. Really? What does upgraded mean then? It was Derek's idea. He said it would create buzz for his brand. So you agreed to post that we broke up for someone else's social media strategy? It wasn't saying we broke up. It was just a fun caption. Stephanie, you posted a photo with another man saying you upgraded, after lying to me about staying at Kelly's. How is that fun? Dan, please. I can explain everything. There's nothing to explain. You made your position very clear. I didn't make any position, it was just social media. Was staying at Derek's place Friday night just social media too? Silence. That's what I thought. Dan, nothing happened. Stephanie, even if nothing physical happened, you emotionally cheated and then announced your upgrade publicly. We're done. Dan, please don't do this. I hung up. Sunday afternoon, I got callbacks from most of the vendors. Jennifer from the venue called first. Mr. Williams, I spoke with our management about your situation. And? Given the evidence you provided, we're classifying this as breach of good faith by the other party. We can refund 75% of your payments. Seriously? The Instagram post clearly shows your fiancé publicly ending the relationship. That's not a standard cold feet situation. The photographer David was even more understanding. Dan, I saw the screenshot. That's really messed up. We're refunding your full deposit. David, that's incredibly generous. My wife said if I didn't refund everything after seeing that photo, she'd divorce me too. The caterer agreed to 60% refund. The florist 50%. The band kept the deposit but didn't charge the cancellation fee. All told, I recovered about 70% of what we'd spent. Much better than I expected. Sunday evening, Stephanie showed up at my apartment crying. Dan, please, we need to talk about this rationally. I thought we covered everything on the phone. No, we didn't. You're ruining everything over a misunderstanding. What's the misunderstanding? That you upgraded to someone else? It was just a social media post, Dan. It doesn't mean anything. It means enough that you tagged me to make sure I saw it. Derek suggested that. He said it would get more engagement if people thought it was real. So you agreed to fake a relationship upgrade for social media engagement? It wasn't fake. It was just exaggerated. Stephanie, you're a social media professional. You know what that post communicated to everyone who saw it. I didn't think about how you'd react. You didn't think about how your fiancé would react to you posting about upgrading to another man? I thought you'd understand it was work. Work doesn't involve staying overnight at clients' houses. I fell asleep on his couch. And work doesn't involve posting relationship content with clients. It was just one post. One post that ended our relationship. Dan, please. I'll delete it. I'll stop working with Derek. I'll do whatever you want. I don't want you to do anything. I want this to be over. Dan, you're throwing away 2 years over social media. I'm protecting myself from someone who thinks publicly upgrading from their fiancé is appropriate professional behavior. She cried and begged for another hour, but I didn't budge. Finally, she left. Monday, I took a personal day and finished canceling everything. Got final refund confirmations from most vendors. Started looking into breaking our apartment lease, since both our names were on it. Monday afternoon, Amy called. Dan, Stephanie's devastated. She's been crying for 2 days. I'm sorry she's upset, Amy. Dan, this is all just a big misunderstanding. She was doing her job. Amy, her job is social media management, not relationship management. She says Derek pressured her into the post. Amy, Stephanie's been in social media for 3 years. She knows exactly what messages her posts send. But she loves you, Dan. She wants to fix this. There's nothing to fix. She chose Derek's brand strategy over our relationship. Dan, please. The whole family's involved now. We've all taken time off for the wedding. I'll pay for any non-refundable travel expenses. It's not about money, Dan. Then what's it about? Family, forgiveness, second chances. Amy, your sister is relatively new to social media management and got pressured into something that destroyed our relationship. That's not a mistake, that's poor professional judgment. Tuesday, Robert called one more time. Dan, I talked to Stephanie extensively about what happened. Good for her. She admits she used poor judgment, but insists nothing physical happened. Robert, even if that's true, she still chose to publicly announce she'd upgraded from me. She says it was for work. Robert, she's still relatively new to professional social media management and made a career-damaging mistake, but she knew enough to understand what that post communicated. Dan, people make mistakes. This wasn't a mistake. It was a calculated decision to create buzz using our relationship. She's willing to quit working with Derek. It's too late for that. Dan, you're letting pride destroy your future. I'm letting reality inform my decisions. So that's it? One social media post ends everything? One social media post that communicated she'd found someone better and wanted everyone, including me, to know it. It's been 3 weeks since the Instagram story. I've blocked Stephanie everywhere. The vendors finished processing refunds. I found a new apartment and moved out last weekend. My friends have been supportive. Mike especially keeps reminding me I made the right call. Dan, anyone who posts that kind of content about their relationship isn't ready for marriage. I know, it just sucks that it took this to figure it out. Better now than after the wedding. Tom the lawyer helped me navigate the apartment lease break. Turns out, since both our names were on the lease, I was still liable for my portion, but I found someone to sublet my half quickly. I started therapy last week to process everything. The therapist said my response was actually very healthy. You set clear boundaries and enforce them without trying to control her behavior. That's emotional maturity. It doesn't feel mature, it feels like my life exploded. Your life changed because you refused to accept disrespectful treatment. That's actually growth. Yesterday, I reactivated my dating profiles, not because I'm ready for anything serious, but because I need to start thinking about moving forward. The whole experience taught me that social media reveals people's true priorities. Stephanie chose viral content over relationship respect. Chose professional buzz over personal commitment. She wanted to upgrade publicly, so I upgraded her to ex-fiancé status privately. Sometimes the best response to public disrespect is quiet dignity and strategic action. Stephanie thought that Instagram story was just marketing. Turns out it was relationship-ending communication too. My future is officially unbooked, and honestly, I'm relieved. I'm relieved.